What's up, you? For today's video, we're full Teddiursa Evolution Team. This one is for Patreon. If you like your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Sarge, this one is for you. Now, it's been a while since I've done an Evolution team, so it's really good to do one of these again. Now, if you guys haven't checked me out on Twitch, make sure you do. That's where we do all the streams and stuff as well. Thank you to everyone who's checked that out already. Without further ado, let's get into the battle. Now, I've still got a cold at the moment, so my narration's not quite 100%. Just thought I'd say that. All right, this is the battle against Zan, the man, on my Discord, and he's got a very beautiful team. So we got a Magma lead here. I'm going to start things off with my Ursa Ring. And so what I was doing with this team is I had 2 Ursa Rings and 2 Teddiursa. So I had the normal variant and the shiny variant. So I only had 4 Pokemon to work with, which made things rather difficult. Alright, so we got Magma going for a confuse rate, just right off the bat there, just to make me a little bit confused. And this is my special Ursa Ring set. We've got Mud Slap on this one. Mud Slaps will drop the opponent's accuracy and maybe get a couple of hits on them with its weak special attack. Let me tell you what the other moves are. We've got Focus Miss, Zap Cannon, Hyper Voice, and Mud Slap. We got Modest Nature, and we got the Unnerve ability and Electrium Z Zap Cannon. Alright, so going for that Hyper Voice there, which is really good. Magma has some pretty decent special defense, so I knew that it obviously wouldn't take it out. However, it has trapped me in with a Fire Spin and the Confuse Ray. So I think this Magma set is purely, it's purely just to annoy me, but Headbutt actually misses there, which is very, very cool for me. So I'm going to get another Hyper Voice off, and Ursa Ring like dodging all the hacks at the moment, and it crits on the second Hyper Voice. Man, that Magma didn't stand a chance there. It just got like super unlucky. Like the headbutt miss, it got critted on the second Hyper Voice, and the Confuse Ray didn't miss it at all. Alright, so we got Shake Your Booty coming out here, and it actually is going to shake its booty. Now, this is actually quite a good Everlight Pokemon. It's very, very strong if it gets a couple of bulk ups up. So I have to take it out, really, really quick. So snapping out a Confusion, which is really nice, and hitting it pretty hard with that Focus Miss. The next one is going to take it out, or I can just go for a Hyper Voice, right? So now we got Shake Your Beauty going for the, Shake Your Beauty, going for the reversal, and that is one of my Pokemon down already. Rest in peace. Now, this whole team was weak against fighting, too. So I've got to send in my bulky defensive Teddiursa. I know this could take a reversal because it's max health and max defense with Everlight. However, we got these Earthquake this time. So a little bit more base power, but not super effective. So I'd say it's probably going to be maybe a little bit less. However, I knew I would have, taken that one regardless. So going for a Seismic Toss and Shake Your Booty. It shakes its booty in space or on another planet. Right, so we got 2 more Pokemon left. We got Booty Bounce this time, and Booty Bounce is Lopunny. And I was wondering, like, why would it be called Booty Bounce for? It's not like it's, bouncing in the air or anything. So I had to wait and see what this magical set would be. All right, so Lopunny is going to put a poison on my Teddiursa. Now, this Teddiursa has Rest, which I'm actually not too worried about at all. Let me go over what this Teddiursa set was. It's quite funny. The Teddiursas are, like, much more bulky than the Ursa Rings. Alright, so we got on to this one, Toxic Rest, Sleep Talk, and Seismic Toss, Impish Nature, Ability Quick Feet, and Item Everlight. So, as all normal type Pokemon, the babies with Everlight, they're actually pretty bulky. The only weakness is, that they're weak to fighting. Alright, so I've obviously found out why it's called Booty Bounce now. So, pretty much, guys, you just have to picture this. A Lopunny bounces into the air, and its booty smacks you in the face. Don't tell me you wouldn't like that. Anyway, so the beautiful Lopunny is in the air at the moment, and I've got that poison damage racking up really nicely there. It's not going to be able to do a lot of damage because, one, it's not stab, and I've got bulk up as well, which is going to be very, very handy. Alright, so Teddiursa is asleep. I'm hoping that I can get maybe a Seismic Toss or 2 up, or even a bulk up wouldn't be all that bad either, and I'm going to get Rest. So, it's been a while since I've got Sleep Talk Rest, guys, so, let's get it for like 10 turns in a row. Alright, so getting some more poison damage on the Lopunny, and then Lopunny has Rest. I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do here? So I was thinking, okay, well, this Teddiursa is never going to be able to take Lopunny out. However, at the same time, Lopunny is never going to be able to take my Teddiursa out. So, what should I do here? Should I swap in, one of my Ursa Ring or my other Teddiursa? Now, my other Teddiursa actually had the capacity to take out this Lopunny, but it did take a little bit of setup. I didn't want to send in my, my other Ursa Ring right away because the other Ursa Ring was probably my best set. All right, so into Teddiursa. Now, Shiny Teddiursa actually has a pretty cool green. What do you guys think about Shiny Teddiursa? Oh, today's question. What is your favorite normal type Pokemon and why? Leave below in the comment section of the video. Is anyone's favorite Pokemon Teddiursa or Ursa Ring? I'd like to know. Just like videos just like about this Evolution Line team. I'm actually trying to remember what the last Evolution Line team I have done on my channel was. I think it could be the Mewtwo Evolution Line. I could be wrong though, but I don't know if a very, very dedicated fan would, maybe they could know that. I'm not sure, but I think that could be the last one. It's been like ages and ages. Anyway, so we got the Lopunny go for another Toxic on my Teddiursa. Obviously, they're probably not expecting me to have, like, rest on 2 Pokemon, but it's me, so I've got rest on 2 Pokemon. So I really needed a lot of recovery on this team. Obviously, only bringing 4 Pokemon was a huge disadvantage, so I needed them to stick around for a very long time. Let's go over what this set is anyway. So we got Rest, Sleep, Talk, Bulk Up, and Chip Away. So, lots of you probably don't know what Chip Away is. It's a base... I think it's 70 base power move, and the cool thing, I didn't really choose it for its base power, I kind of chose it for its effect, right? So what Chip Away does, it sort of ignores the opponent's stat boost. So say if they use, like, you know, Iron Defense or Cosmic Power, Chip Away will actually, like, ignore those boosts, which is really, really cool, right? Anyway, so we're going to go for the Chip Away there, and it has quite an interesting little animation too, and that does some pretty nice damage. So everything obviously is invested on this Teddiursa in max health and max special defense too, if that wasn't obvious, and bulk up patching his attack and defense. Alright, so Lopunny's going to go for another rest again. This is probably the longest part in the battle, like the, you know, the 1v1 against the Lopunny and the Teddiursas, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of like between both of them. So going for another bulk up here, bolstering my stats. I pretty much was going to try and get like +6 in defense and attack, and I thought that'd be pretty good. It'd be pretty hard to take it out. It'd probably need to get hit by hard, like, I don't know, like a really strong special hit, or if I just, you know, was on a low amount of health and just got taken down eventually, like chip damage. Alright, so we have the Lopunny go for a Sleep Talk set, and it's going to go for a rest. I mean, this Lopunny's been watching me too much, right? Alright, so I'm going to go for a Sleep Talk, a rest, and then a Sleep Talk. So healing off all that damage. Now I'm revealing that I've actually got a rest on this set too, and which I'm sure they're, you know, very, very happy about. So the Lopunny is going to go for another Sleep Talk here. I'm kind of hoping they get rest too, because I got Sleep Talk rest twice in a row, and it did. So we both got Sleep Talk rest in a row. How's that for copying people? Like, down to the T. Alright, so go for another Sleep Talk here. Hoping I can get maybe Chip Away this time. And I do get Chip Away. And that's going to do some really nice damage to Lopunny. And that's doing over half health now. So it's a clear 2-hit KO. Lopunny's going to wake up and go for a bounce. So it's going to bounce into the air. I actually try to think I've done a booty team before. I think I've done something kind of similar with that name, but I don't think I actually have. Maybe I have. Actually, I think I actually could have. Anyway, so go for a Chip Away there. Booty is going to be in the air, and now Teddiursa is going to get hit in the face by yet another booty. Oh my god, another booty. God damn it, Zed. And I'm going to go for another Chip Away, and Lopunny is down. That better be the top comment, or else I'm going to be not happy. Alright, so we got 3 more Pokemon. Alright, the next one we got is Booty Dance, which is Ludicolo. Doing its Booty Dance. I can go for a Chip Away here. It's going to go for a Hydro Pump, and it misses. That would have done some pretty good damage to Teddiursa there. I'd say I would have tanked that one reasonably. I'd say it would have done probably like half to 3/4 damage, depending if it was like Life Orb. If it was Life Orb Specs, it probably would have done 3/4. Anyway, so that's down. Next one we got is Gigantic Booty. Imagine getting hit by a Regigigas' big white booty. Anyway, it's going to go for a Confuse Ray. So I was like, oh, if I hit myself... I swear all these Pokemon probably have Confusion Ray. So if I hit myself with Confusion, that's going to be kind of bad, because if this Regigigas is able to get, like, you know, stall out those 5 turns, it could be rather troublesome. Alright, so that's 1 turn down. We've got 4 turns to Regigigas. Goes Super Saiyan. And now it's going to go for a Headbutt. And it's going to flinch me. I'm like, oh, this is a mean set. So what they're trying to do, right, is confuse me and flinch me to sort of like stall out Regigigas' turns, right. Alright, so next move is going to go for a Heavy Slam Wailord, and it's not going to do very much at all. And I snap out of confusion. So go for the Chip Away on Regigigas. It does some pretty nice damage. It's still a 2-hit KO, though, with that leftovers recovery. Sorry, a 3-hit KO. What did I say, 2-hit KO? Anyway, so now we got the Regigigas going for another Confuse Ray here, trying to stall out the turns on its slow start. I think it's got 2 turns left after this one. So hoping I can get through this, or I'm going to get rampaged by the sea. And now we're going to go for another Chip Away, getting through that Confuse Ray damage. Giga Booty just holding on there. Alright, so Giga Booty has 1 more turn before it goes Super Saiyan, and I'm going to get wrecked. Alright, so this turn is going to go for the headbutt. If I get flinched here, things are going to be like really, really bad. And I've got the Confusion roll. So it's a chance to flinch and a Confusion. I get through both of them and take out the Regigigas. Man, I got very lucky there not getting, you know, hacked by that Regigigas. Alright, the last Pokemon. My favorite name. Sleeping Booty. It's like, you know, it's a play on Sleeping Beauty. You guys watch Sleeping Beauty when you're like, I don't know, 2? Tell me all about it in the comment section. Alright, so go for chip away. And Sleeping Beauty is pretty bulky because that was a critical hit. So even with, me, I guess, nearly maxed out, it took that really well. So go for a Calm Mind there. It's going to boost the special stat. Now, this is actually a problem because if it's able to get enough Calm Minds up, it's going to be able to get around my Teddiursa because, I can't bolster my special defense really much more than it already is. So go for yet another chip away on the Sleeping Beauty, and Sleeping Beauty's going to be able to take that. And, of course, guys, we have another rest Pokemon. So I guess Sleeping Beauty sort of gave that away, right? I mean, it is sleeping, so it may not have had rest, but anyway, most of the time it runs Moonlight, but this one has rest. So what am I going to do here? I was like, okay, let's go for another bulk up. See if we're going to bolster my attack a little bit. I mean, I still have another Teddiursa, and I've still got my secret weapon, Ursa Ring, as well. Alright, so the Mushana's going to be asleep here, and it's going to go for Snore. So I was like, okay, Snore won't do very much damage and not stab or anything. So I should be able to stay in and go for another bulk up, and go for another chip away in this thing and see if I can do as much damage as possible. Alright, so go for another bulk up. This is going to make me at +6 now. And Sleeping Beauty is going to be asleep again. I guess it's going to go for a Snore. And that's not going to definitely take out my Teddiursa. So I've got room to go for another chip. I can go for a chip away this turn. And if it goes for another rest and Snore, I can easily live the next one. So chip away does a lot of damage. But Sleeping Beauty's going to have stored power. Oh no. Oh no, and my Teddiursa, that was absolutely buffed up, is now gone. Damn. It was hiding that stored power, guys. Alright, so the leftovers is going to make it half health. And I'm looking at my Teddiursa, I'm thinking real quick, is it going to be able to even take this out? Because it's got rest, right? All I've got is Toxic and Seismic Toss, right? So I'm going to wake up there, I need to force it to go to sleep, right? That's sort of like my number one thing. Then I was thinking about bringing in my Ursa Ring afterwards, which could absolutely one-shot this if it was able to give the right situation right. So now we've got the Mushana go for another Calm Mind here, and that stored power is going to be really powerful because what stored power does, it gets boosted by the number of stat boosts you have. So it's got a special attack boost, and it's got a special defense boost. So at the moment, it's technically got +4 like in stat boost. So it's going to be pretty hitting pretty hard. Even if you invest everything in bulk, it's still going to hit very hard. So go for another Seismic Toss there. Sleeping Beauty's going to have a little sleep around the world, and the Mushana is going to go into sleep, which is good. So this is the prime opportunity here to send in my Ursa Ring. So I was hoping that Snore wouldn't do, too much damage, or maybe they're going to go for a Sleep Talk, stored power or something like that, or it doesn't have it. So swapping out here, and now we got the Ursa Ring coming. Let me explain what this set is. This is a chip away belly drum set. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is, Snore and Substitute. So now we got the Mushana's going to go for a Snore here, hoping this won't do too much damage to Ursa Ring, and it doesn't. So I'm able to get a belly drum off. The problem is the next Snore going to do max damage or min damage? That is the question here, people. So go for the belly drum there. I've got +6 in attack. And, man, I've got that Salad Berry activation, which is so important against a speedy Mushana. And I can go for chip away the next turn, which I'm very sure will take out the Mushana in one shot. As a very strong on Ursa Ring to take. All right, so we got another Snore here. And Ursa Ring's not able to deliver. Man, I couldn't have done anything there. If I just went for a chip away, it wouldn't have taken out. That was really unfortunate. So the last Pokemon I got is the Teddiursa, and I'm getting swept by Sleeping Beauty at the moment. Came in clutch, so I'm going to send it around the world again. And man, it doesn't do anything. Like Seismic Toss is just going to do nothing. And now Mushana's going to go for a stored power, and my Teddiursa is going to get Shrek'd. And I hope you people enjoyed that battle. I tried my best. That Mushana was super bulky at the end there. Hope you enjoyed that beautiful team. Alright, the next battle we got is against Shake. And this one went for an equally long amount of time. So a bit tight to speed up in this one especially. Now, as you guys could probably guess, my team was kind of very vulnerable to Ghost-type Pokemon. Like, I pretty much only had my Toxic users to get around it. So, fortunately, they're going to start with the Dusknoir, and I went for Toxic, and they went for Toxic. So, okay, that's not too bad. I've got rest in this thing, which they don't know at the moment, so that's going to be pretty good. Now, going for Toxic on Dusknoir is always pretty risky. If it misses, so I was like, oh, maybe they're going to swap this turn. Or maybe they'll stay, and I'm not really sure, but I need to keep this Teddiursa alive. Anyway, so they actually stayed in. I went for another Toxic, which is really good. So it's like, sweet. That's that's going to be my only way to take this Dusknoir out. Now, luckily for me there, if I missed again, they would have had a substitute up, and that was game like that. That was actually game if I missed that second, Toxic there. I mean, I couldn't get that unlucky, could I? Could I, people? Anyway, so the good thing about Dusknoir being a substitute, it's actually done damage to itself. And this bit, I had to speed up on just a little bit. So pretty much here, this Dusknoir didn't have any... It didn't even have any attacking move. It was just pure, stall and pain in the bum. So what I had to do here is just keep swapping and stall it out there. And it had Pain Split and had Toxic and had substitute. Like that's pretty much. I don't know what the other. I don't know really what the other move is. I'm trying to like look at the moment. So anyway, I know that it didn't have any attacking moves at all. So I went to sleep there on my Teddiursa. It went for another Toxic. Dusknoir is finally down. So I swapped in my Ursaring again. And in case it had like any other items, I'd, Unnerve was pretty handy there too. So finally, I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice. It's obviously not going to affect the Dusknoir. And Dusknoir is going to go down. So I had to speed that one up a lot. All right, we had another Ghost type Pokemon. So I was like, okay, let's go for a Z-Zap Cannon here. That's the best I can pretty much hit this thing with. And it actually does pretty good damage to Delmos. So Delmos is going to go for a Gyro Ball. That's going to take me out. And now I'm going to go back into Teddiursa. So Teddiursa needs to land like a Toxic against this thing. Right, so Delmos is going to go for a Sword Dance there. Going for the Sleep Talk. And I get Rest. That's never happened before. All right, so I'm going to wake up, get the Toxic on Delmos, and that's it. That's all I wanted to do. All right, so Teddiursa is going to be able to live this one and get another turn of Rest off. And this is really good, right, because I was actually able to stall out this Delmos enough for the Toxic to do enough damage to it, right? Okay, so Teddiursa living again there. I'm going to go for, I just wait for Rest because nothing could hit it. And it's going to take me out with the Anchor Shot. So that bit I had to speed up a lot because that was nearly like, I'd say that was a quarter of the battle just right there. All right, so Delmos is on its last legs. I'm going to swap in my Ursaring here. So I thought, okay, I can't hit any moves against it. The best thing I do here is go for the Substitute. That way I can tank the plus. That's like +4 in attack. No joke. And it's going to go down to the Toxic damage. So that was really, really good there. All right, so it's like Gyro Ball and Anchor Shot at the same time. That's brutal. So if you could hit more against speedy Pokemon, or if they weren't speedy, you could go for the Anchor Shot instead and also trap them in. All right, so both the Ghost-type Pokemon are down. Woohoo, but at the cost of half my team, people. That was really good. And I guess it was really good getting rid of that. All right, so 2 battles in a row, we've got a Regigigas. So I was thinking I should go for the risky play here. I wonder if I can pull it off. So go for the Belly Drum here, hoping my Ursaring could actually be useful this time. And it gets a +6 in attack. So Regigigas has the Substitute going up, and it does have Slow Start too. So I was thinking, I might be able to actually live this next attack. I mean, if it's a Drain Punch, maybe not. Like, it depends what move it uses against me. Anyway, so I'm going to go for the Chip Away here. I'm at +6 attack at the moment. It's no joke against the Regigigas. This will one-shot it, like, easily. That sub is going to fade, and now Regigigas is going to go for the knockoff. So that's going to knock off my Salic Berry. However, knockoff doesn't take me out due to slow start, which is really good. So Ursaring is all ready to actually sweep through this team now. Now, there is one Pokemon I'm actually quite worried about, which it maybe won't be able to deal with, but we'll see in a sec. So Regigigas is going to get one-shotted. You don't see that Pokemon getting one-shotted very often. It's very, very tanky. All right, people, here we go. You may have watched some of the battles in the past, but I had to verse this same Shuckle before, and it went for 3,000 turns. This bit, I had to speed up a fair bit. So go for the Chip Away, does some really big damage to Shuckle, but it wasn't enough to take it out, and the Rocky Helmet takes me out. So this next section is probably the biggest part of the battle. So now we got the Shuckle going for the Shell Smash. Now, did you guys remember how I told you about Chip Away having that special effect of actually ignoring defense boost? Man, it came in handy here so much. Are you guys ready for a clutch? Because I sure am. Well, we got to get some clutch going, right? All right, so into Teddiursa now. So I was thinking, what I got to do, right, is I got to get enough bulk ups up against this Shuckle. So what this Shuckle had, it had Rest, it had Shell Smash, it had Toxic, and Infestation. So I couldn't swap, not that that mattered, because it was my last Pokemon. So Infestation damage, had Toxic damage, which forced me to rest a fair bit. And they didn't really know that I had a Chip Away at the moment either, because Chip Away obviously ignores all those boosts from Shell Smash. And if I could somehow get past this Shuckle, right, I'd have a very, very bulky Teddiursa, right? Because Shuckle, when you face a Shuckle, right, it's a very passive Pokemon, so you can always set up against it. It's just whether you can get past it or not, which is like kind of the question there, before you get stalled out by like Toxic and Infestation. Alright, so this bit, Shuckle is going to go for another Shell Smash there. It's got the contrary ability, so obviously all the opposites are going to happen, giving it a boost in defense and special defense. Now, the problem about this is I needed to actually probably get this Shuckle hit with a Rest, Sleep Talk, Chip Away, because after that Rocky Helmet damage, the Infestation damage, and the Toxic damage, I was like, commonly I was on like a low amount of health. So now we got the Shuckle swapping out here, and we got the Pyukumuku coming, and so I was thinking it's going to go for a Tract. What if this has Inner Doubt? Like, what's going to happen? I get through that, and Inner Doubt actually lives on the Teddiursa, which is absolutely crazy there. I actually got through that at track, which is really good too. So back again on the Shuckle here, people. Shuckle is going to be a big problem. We really need to actually get some damage on this thing. So it's going to go for another Shell Smash, not that it really matters. Basically, it's trying to PP stall me here at the moment. So I'm going to go for I went for a Rest, Sleep Talk here to try and get rid of this Shuckle. So I'm going to go for a Chip Away here. Chip Away is a 3-hit KO against this Shuckle. The problem is, right, I can't, like, actually attack at this turn because of the Rocky Helmet. So I'm going for a rest here. I'm hoping I can get, like, rest Sleep Talk against this thing. That's, like, my only option here. All right, so Shuckle is actually going to be going for a Shell Smash instead of going for a rest. And I somehow get the rest Sleep Talk, and it doesn't land on rest. It lands on Chip Away. So Shuckle is finally down. The last Pokemon we got is the Raygeist. And Raygeist is going to get absolutely destroyed if I can get this Chip Away off at the start. I'm not really sure what other moves it's got because I haven't seen. Maybe it's got Focus Mist. That's probably the only thing I'd probably worry about. And I get Chip Away for the second turn in a row on Rest Sleep Talk. And that, my friends, is game. What a clutch from the Teddiursa there. And I hope you enjoy this one. I'll catch you tomorrow, maybe. Peace out.